Hey, thanks for checking out this video about the Pocket Testimony and how we work in what we generally call the Greater Middle East. We're talking about places like Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, places where it's heavily dominated by the Muslim faith and Muslim governments. And so we work with partners on the ground, brave Christians who are on the ground, indigenous people to each of those cultures, who know the languages, who know kind of what's going on, they've got a lay of the land, and we equip them with the very word of God so they can invite people to meet Jesus Christ. I want to cover with you just a few things, like what kind of is the general sentiment? What are some of the obstacles that have to be overcome for a person to even consider picking up a Gospel of John? I've told you how we work with partners, but after we talk about kind of the situation on the ground, I want to let you know what we've done, share a story with you, and then also kind of lay out for you what the opportunities are in front of us, right? And so the general sentiment in the Greater Middle East is one of fear. It's one of, if I get caught even thinking about Jesus, I could get killed. It's just complete fear that paralyzes people. And so these partners who are courageous, we literally had a man in Pakistan recently had to sleep in a different home every night and had his family hidden separate away because people wanted to kill him, because he organized something I'll tell you about in just a minute when I get to the story. But that's kind of what's happening there. And so we work with local people who are equipping Christians bold enough to go talk to imams. And they're just remarkable folks. We have had millions of people, just in the last few years, millions of people been given the opportunity to meet Jesus Christ by sharing the Word of God with them in print, or we also share it digitally on your phone. And so it's been remarkable to see the results. Let me tell you one story. Now, just a crazy God story. This year in Karachi, the largest, this year being 2022, the largest Muslim city, I'm told, in the world, our man got permission to have a Christmas parade. A Christmas parade. He had camels, he had people dressed as Santa, but it was celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. I received stories. It was advertised on TV, bought commercial space. Women ran from their apartments to get a copy of a Gospel of John. And in that one initiative, 1.5 million people were engaged and 500,000 Gospels were shared. I've got story after story after story, imams coming. I get told that imams, people who've been practicing the Muslim faith are seeing the increase in violence and realizing this is not what I thought a person who followed this faith was. They thought it was a faith of peace, but they're realizing it's not. So they've got questions. They're reading Gospels of John. I'm told they're reading Gospels of John in small mosques right now. I mean, isn't that stunning? So we've had the privilege of just fueling this movement with Gospels of John, with the very Word of God, which is letting people meet Jesus Christ. Think about the average Muslim, right? They believe in God. They believe in a holy text that's been revealed by God. They understand the concept of being unrighteous and wanting to be righteous. They are so far down the spiritual spectrum, but they're stuck. They're stuck in this religious system, which is a falsehood. And they just need to meet Jesus Christ, and they are. It's amazing to see what's happening. So I've kind of told you about the general tone of what's going on, how we work, the fact that millions of people have met and been introduced to Jesus Christ just in the last few years. What's left? What's left is to keep going. What's left is to keep going. It takes a lot of coordination. It takes being extremely careful. It takes finding people who will print in country for us that we can trust. All of that, but God's provided. And today, they're still looking for hundreds of thousands of more Gospels of John to reach people. If you're interested in the Greater Middle East and the work that we're doing there, I'm so excited about that. I'd ask you to pray about joining us in that work, and we can unpack in more detail for you what's going on there and tell you what the current project is that's coming up and share with you some more exciting stories. We actually have some material that we can send you. Thanks so much.